Chivalry 2 is a simulator of a medieval battle, where you are not an all-powerful hero or general, but a completely ordinary soldier who finds himself in the thick of the battle. The clang of iron screams terrible confusion and the feeling that your character could be literally die at any moment. Haunt the players so much. After unlocking some of the tier 2 3 subclasses, it looks like the unique abilities are a subject the subclass you pick, and not necessarily the class. The crossbow subclass for archers rows down on the banner, the crusader subclass for the knight rows of the oil pot. There are 40 players and 64 player game modes ranging from scenarios. As I mentioned above, this is a simulator of medieval battles, where the player takes on the role of simple soldier. He can wield a sword, a spear, a halberd, a bow, and many other variants of ancient weapons, and the gameplay is built around how well the player wields them. There are several types of attacks that are unique to each weapon, and before using each of them, you need to evaluate the conditions of the fight. For example, when you're using a wide swing in a crowd, there is a high probability of inflicting damage on one of your own, and when hitting from above in the open area, the enemy can easily jump to the side and counter back from the side. The black in the game can both give advantages, the ability to attack without expending energy, and become a reason due to which you can lose your weapons. Hits in this game are not just an animation on the screen. The physics is configured in such a way that it makes you almost literally feel every hit on your weapon or projectile, be it two-handed axe, an arrow, and a stone from catapult. It's also worth nothing that during the swing, an important element in the movement of the mouse. By surely waving into the side, you can not only speed up the blow, but also hurt several modes standing nearby along with the main opponent. You can destroy enemies in different ways, depending on the cards. Player can use either the standard hit of the halberd method, or throw a stone off a wall, throw a shield at the flying enemy, or activate frequently encountered traps. You can load a friend into a catapult and send him to enemy walls. As it turned out, with this method of delivery he will not die and can arrange a lot of problems for your enemy team. Pumping, which is often found in our time, is also here, but it does not at all affect the strength and the probability of emerging from the battle as a winner. It only opens up subclasses of the four main classes, a number of additional weapons, and access the coloring. This only affects the conditions of the game, since during the match everything depends on the player's skills, and even a person with a weapon by default can easily defeat any opponent. There are 4 classes, Archer and 3 different melee specialists. Each class has their own unique ability. Archer drops a brazier to set his arrows alight, Vanguard supports the team with banners that give buffs, Footman throws over healing packages, and the Knight blows a horn that heals and reviews down at players. There are also a variety of cards with sometimes fun tasks to win. For example, somewhere in order to get the upper hand of the enemy, one of the teams must steal some pigs, which sometimes causes laughter when in the midst of a duel you notice how 3 knights carry one of the domestic animals on their shoulders across the battlefield. There are also battlefields in which you can easily recognize references to real places. For example, a desert city with an ancient lighthouse and an extensive library. I think history lovers will immediately understand what place this map gently hints at. What would I say to the end? This game is definitely not Counter-Strike or Call of Duty for lovers of the Middle Ages. Rather, it's a mount on blade for those who are really only interested in battles without army control and the opportunity, together with the same real people, to break into the battlefield to test their swordmanship and survival skills in the ancient battle. If you have a long wanted to try something like this, then pay attention to Chivalry 2 and you're unlikely to be disappointed. Thanks for watching and bye bye.